We are live. Welcome to the Branding Breakthrough Challenge, day 4. Before we get started, I want to thank you again for taking the time to show up to the session, whether that is on our Zoom room or right live here on YouTube. The next thing that I want to make sure we go through as well is a recap of what we've covered in the last 3 days. Honestly, we've done so much. This challenge is going so well in so many ways that I couldn't be more pleased. I am sharing my screen as I speak. It looks like I'm speaking probably. So let's go. I'm going to pull out only the relevant slides for the recap. Here are some of the ones who've been here every day. I couldn't be prouder. Here we are. Excellent. Now, what is channel branding? This is the big idea that we've been talking about for the last few days. And I want to remind you what channel branding isn't in order to get this started. When people hear the word branding, some of the things that come to mind are designs, logos, certain colors, but that is only surface level of what we're really doing here. Some of the other things that come to mind when I say branding is having a channel intro on your YouTube videos. Those, little cool intros where you might put a logo that, goes on for a few seconds and tells everybody what you are about. That's great, but that is not nearly as important as having channel branding, which is what this challenge is about. The last thing is, this is not your catchphrases. You may be the kind of content creator who loves to say certain things over and over again, and that becomes part of your brand identity, right? The thing is, again, this is only surface level. What we're covering in this challenge goes a lot deeper, which makes it way more powerful than any of these 3 things. I like to say that the channel branding is the soul of your content for 2 big reasons. One is because it becomes the foundation of everything else you build moving forward. Your channel branding is going to influence what your video ideas are going to be, your titles and thumbnails, and everything that you do inside of your video. And then once you nail all of those things, channel branding is also going to inform some other surface level things like your logos, your colors, your channel banner, and everything else that's related to design, okay? The second big reason that branding is the soul of your content is because it's the most powerful thing you can do to get ahead with content creation. And is the one thing that is unique and specific to you and nobody else. Talking about soul, right? Channel branding on a less metaphysical level is the answer to this question. What is your channel about? If you have a crystal clear and unique and attractive answer to this question, you have a channel unique branding. It has to be so clear and so unique that people will want to know more, even if they haven't seen a title, a thumbnail, or a video. Isn't that interesting? Because people subscribe to ideas. They don't subscribe to videos or titles or thumbnails or logos. All right? Now, why is channel unique branding the one strategy that content creators need for consistency to pay off? And there are 5. The first one is to stand out. Unique branding makes it easy to stand out. Why? Because most YouTube channels like originality and personality. If you were here on day 3, wow, we did nail this originality and personality problem that most channels have. We totally nailed it. And if you haven't been there, or if you haven't done the assignments, I encourage you to do them. That is one of the most important lessons in the entire challenge. The next thing is to achieve congruence. Congruence helps you portray yourself as something that your viewers can identify. They will see certain things that repeat over and over again. They will see things that they like. There will be things that they expect. And you will create this know, like, and trust factor, which is what makes people follow and trust you as a channel and this brand. In other words, you're building trust. And when you build trust, you're turning casual viewers into loyal following. And that is our goal as content creators. We're not thinking about all the big numbers that people love talking about. It's not about getting more subscribers or more views or more watch time. You will probably get more of those, but the point is less is more. Okay, you want less people who are more loyal to you. The next thing is consistency. Consistency in the sense of publishing videos on a regular basis. And when you have a channel unique branding nailed down, it becomes easier because there are going to be certain elements that repeat over and over again. So there's less guesswork and less hesitation, I guess. Number 4 is to get creative. So creativity, as you saw in some of the prior lessons, is the key for those who are limited by time, money, and connections. So you can still be creative, come up with a big idea that people want to subscribe to, even if you are limited in all these resources, which is great because imagination has no limit. All you need is proven tools. The 5 advantage of the one strategy, channel unique branding, is the concept of combination lock. As you saw in the last 2 days, channel unique branding is made of 5 elements. And those 5 elements act as different numbers in a combination lock, which you can tweak in order to test new ideas without changing too much. Because here's the thing, when you're testing too many things at the same time, rather than one at a time, like the lock, you are not going to know what works and what doesn't. But if you see your channel as a lock with 5 numbers, you test it, publish a few videos, and when you want to pivot, or when you see that things will work the way that you want, you can tweak one element, turn the number one side in order to test something new. And over time, if you are consistent for making great videos, not only so-so videos, you will open up the lock and you will achieve your content creator goals. All right, that was day 1 recap. Let's talk about day 2 recap. I really enjoy these recaps because you get to retain more of what we are learning. And for those people who have missed a session or two, they can really, be caught up to speed. The most important thing about day 2 is the channel unique formula. This is the one strategy. The channel unique formula should be considered as a mix of different elements. And your job as a content creator is to find the perfect mix. You put together the different pieces in a thoughtful way, which becomes the secret recipe for your channel. The recipe that captures attention and keeps people coming back for more. We also learned on day 2 what these 5 elements are: niche, audience, creator, tone, and structure. These are your 5 elements. The niche is something that you will easily choose because it's your passion topic. That is not something that you need to think about too much. Then the audience is obviously the people who you're making content for. If you don't have a specific audience, you will love to consider choosing one. It's when you appeal to too many people, you appeal to nobody. The next thing is the creator. This is my favorite part because the creator is here. And we did spend a lot of time on day 3 figuring out what makes you special and what you can contribute to your channel so that it is more unique. The tone is something else. An easy answer to understand tone is to think about movie genres: comedies, romance, horror, documentaries, like things like that help you a lot understand the tone. Other things including in the tone are more related to emotions. For example, inspirational, sad, uplifted. Emotions like that also help you set the tone. And just when you're smart about the tone that you're using for your channel, it becomes very easy to stand out. The last but not least is structure. Structure is the logical flow that all your videos follow. And it helps you literally divide up your video into sections that people can recognize. Some simple examples of structure are Q&A, timelines, reviews, theories, summaries. Did I say interviews? I think I did. How-tos. There are lots of structure types that you can always not only use on your channel, but also tweak to make them even more unique. And that is exactly the work that we did on day 3, which I'm going to recap right now. Let's go to day 3. On day 3, you learned the 5 tools of the channel unique formula. Here they are. The 5 tools make direct reference to the 5 elements. Each of these ones is going to take what you learned on day 2 about the 5 elements of channel unique formula and take it to the next level. So you can have a niche, but in order to stand out easily, you can have a hybrid niche, which is a combination of 2 or more of your passions. I would love to explain you more about that. You know, we are in a recap mode. So let's move to the next one. Targeted audience. That is a subsector of your audience. Meaning if you are in the how to make money niche, for example, how to make money online niche, your audience could be hustlers or people in 9-to-5 jobs. That's okay, but you want to get a little bit more specific so that the way you communicate and serve that audience is more specific to what they really need. So if you go too broad, there's going to be too much competition and a lot of subgroups that are underserved. The third thing is your unique perspective. This is about figuring out who you are as a creator. That includes certain things like your demographic traits, for example, your age, gender, your occupation, even your marital status. Then you have personality traits that includes what you're like with people. I gave plenty of examples on this on day 3. In fact, for those who missed day 3, I did a really cool breakdown of what this would look like for me. And I made a thorough description of the kind of character that I am. Because after all, you are the main character of a show. No, nothing less than that. Then 4 is unexpected tone. So anyone can choose a tone and be good. But what if you chose an unexpected tone? You have to be aware of what's going on in your niche and see what are the tones that are predictable in your niche. And then, as I like to say, you flip it. Know what's obvious, know what people expect, and flip it to something different, or the opposite even. Number 5 works similarly, which is a structure. And the way it works is you could choose any structure, but you can also do some research about your niche and see what structures are the most obvious and predictable, and then flip it, okay? You see how easy it can get to come up with a big, unique idea once you have the tools to do it. Yesterday, we literally went through these 5 tools/strategies, and we did all the work. So for those who are here taking action like crazy, thanks for doing that, because it's a game changer. I am not kidding. You could have come to day 1 and do all the assignments, You could have come to day 2 and do all the assignments, but if you did day 3, you're gold. You almost have your idea super nailed down. However, there was a lot of brainstorming involved, which means that you have a lot of good ideas, but we need to somehow take one extra step and turn that into a single idea, your channel unique formula. We're going to get into that on day 5. However, today I want to make sure that we focus on other important lessons that are going to help you move forward, stay consistent and motivated as you create more content. Are you ready? Let's go to day 4. And let's look at the chat too. Day 4 with excitement. Excellent. Before I get into the content of day 4, I want to make sure that you stick to the end of this presentation of this session, because I will present an opportunity for you to work with me long term, which could be, the best, one of the best opportunities you will ever see. I am extremely excited about presenting that, but let's stick to the content of day 4 first. Remember to stay tuned until the end. Let's go. Today we're going to talk about mindset quite a bit. Day 4's presentation is how the competition and the algorithms matter less when you know your goals. So if these are two things that make you somehow uncomfortable, you're in for a treat, because you can come up with a channel unique formula. You can stay consistent with your publishing schedule, but the competition won't beat you. The algorithms, no matter how unfair we think they are, they won't stop you either. These lessons are important. I want you to remember that. What is the content creator's true enemy? Well, let me tell you, that is not niche saturation. Niche saturation meaning competitions. There are too many big channels in the niche that you chose, and you just can't compete. I want to, one more time, reinforce the idea that anybody can start a new channel on any niche and still achieve their content creator goals. The same applies for anybody who has been doing the work for a while and got stuck. You can still make it. You can break through that plateau and achieve your content creator goals. The next not enemy of ours is the algorithms. Not gonna lie, the algorithms are too big and too complicated. I have taken the time and dedication to understand the YouTube algorithm specifically as much as I can. And I can say that I am an expert in the YouTube algorithm, and I can give you lots of useful insights and more strategies to help you understand it and utilize it in your favor. But the truth is, the algorithm is doing too many things too quickly. That's why it is pointless to try to hack the algorithm. Those people, there are some people who, for some reason, either creators or experts, who love saying that they hack the algorithm, that they know how to do it. There is no such thing. Let me tell you something even more controversial. That used to be possible in the past. There were geniuses, but not of the good kind, who were able to hack the YouTube algorithm. So what happened? Did something happen to them, or did something happen to the algorithm? What happened is that the YouTube algorithm evolved over time, and it made some important and transforming changes that were meant to stop the geniuses who were hacking the system. So hacking the system was possible in the past. And just to give you a couple of examples coming from the history of YouTube, in the beginning, not in the beginning, but for a long time, you couldn't choose your custom thumbnail on your video. You couldn't, I mean, it's hard to imagine today, but you had to upload your video and let YouTube choose a random frame from it and turn it into a thumbnail. That's where things were like many years ago. And that made things very difficult for a lot of people, actually for everybody pretty much, because you couldn't use your thumbnail as a way to attract views. And that's changed because YouTube realized that it was a huge disadvantage. YouTube has always cared about the creators, but the people working at YouTube realized that it was a huge disadvantage. So the algorithm changed and started prioritizing thumbnails, not only letting you create whatever you wanted for an image, but also the algorithm started to incorporate thumbnails into its learning machine. So it will look and dissect the thumbnail. Dissect is a very human term, actually. What the algorithm does is to scan the thumbnail and utilize its content to see how to recommend it. That's how important it has become. And then the algorithm made another change many years later, which was, so when people started to realize that thumbnails could bring growth to YouTube channels, some of the geniuses who love hacking systems invented what's known today as clickbait. And that was a big pain. That was a big pain for the people on YouTube. They saw that by posting controversial, violent, and even sexual content on the thumbnails, people could easily gain the click and get the view and get paid for that, no matter how dishonest or how inconsistent was the video behind that image. And YouTube was mad. YouTube was mad, and they created the metric that we know today as watch time. So watch time is the best and the perfect antidote for clickbait. Because if people click and don't watch anything, you're not going to get recommended. As simple as that. I'm not saying that the algorithm is perfect, but it has become really, really good at its job. And its job, so we're clear since we're talking about the algorithm, the goal of the algorithm is, which is the goal of YouTube as a company, is to bring people onto the platform, keep them for the longest time possible, have them come back, and let's say keep them watching with a smile, I guess. The last one I wanted to mention is what's known as user satisfaction. Clickbait was a customer satisfaction killer because people were not enjoying the platform, were putting dislikes and maybe angry comments at the people who used clickbait. Long story short, YouTube has done everything it could to ensure that high quality content is the one that performs best. I think you may not agree with everything that I said, but you may understand why I think the algorithm is not your enemy. The best part is that you don't even need the algorithm to be your best friend. You just need it to do its job. That's all. And the algorithm doesn't hate you if you follow the rules. Let's talk about your real enemy. Content creator's real enemy is beating yourself up. Yes, it had to come from the person who always talks about the journey and the personal growth. So beating yourself up is what really kills content creation. And there are two forms in which this manifests. The first one is what I like to call the numbers dilemma, success that is not success. And the second thing is comparing yourself to others, to which I say your journey and theirs. Let's get deeper into these ideas. The numbers dilemma. So when you're obsessed with numbers, you're going to suffer. Let's look at some of these characteristics of the number dilemma. First, self-punishment. You fail constantly because you have an idea of a certain number you should be hitting with your videos, and you don't. You should say, oh, I should get 500 views, 1,000 views, 10,000 views. And just that doesn't happen. And then you just beat yourself up. You said, I should be better. I should have gotten there. The algorithm hates me. Don't hate the algorithm. So that doesn't work. It doesn't work because the more you beat yourself up, the more that affects your self-esteem, and that will make you unhappy. An unhappy content creator and an unhappy person. So let's not do this. Okay, I know it's easier said than done, but we have to be more thoughtful about the way we read numbers. This, which takes me to the second point, which is illusion. Deceiving yourself with high views and high subscribers that are not what they seem. Let me give you some examples. One of the worst illusion makers in the platform is YouTube Shorts. There are lots of people out there who are getting very low views on their long form content, and for some reason they're getting a couple of thousands of views, and sometimes even like crazy numbers like 1 million views on a short or more. Shorts don't get watched because they're good. Short form content could be horrendous and still go viral. That's the first point. The second point is that shorts are so short, precisely, that getting a certain amount of views does not compare to what is really going on in the bigger picture. As a way established, watch time is an important metric on YouTube. And when you watch shorts, the watch time you accumulate is nothing. That's why they pay so little in the revenue splits program that they have for shorts. Imagine you have a short that has 90% retention rate. That sounds great, but that could be at best 50-something seconds. On the other hand, if you have a 30% retention on a 10 minutes video, that is 3 full minutes. In other words, these numbers are tricky. You look at the short and you think you're doing great, but you are not. I'm not saying there is not good short form content, but it's rare when I see good short form content. Good short form content takes two forms. One is bits of a longer video, which those are usually great. Like I enjoy watching a lot of stand-up comedians, which I know, somebody takes their shows and chops them into 1 million pieces and make the shorts. I enjoy that. That's good content. On the other hand, you have the typical shorts content, which is not a piece of anything, and the vast majority of those videos are bad. And by bad, I mean bad content. I'm not saying more views or less views. I'm saying this is garbage. I had to get it out of my chest. Let's go to misdirection, going after the wrong goals. Going after numbers is not a good idea. It's not a good idea because numbers are a measurement of how good or bad you're doing according to, I don't know who, common sense maybe. This is not how it works. I mean, remember to keep your vision clear, your vision, your attention clear on the end goal. If you want to become a professional content creator, and by professional, I mean to turn this into a career that pays you, all the other numbers don't matter. One day, you could get the attention, you could get attention from the right person, and that right person could offer you a job. And if you love the job or the company, go ahead. If you take this numbers dilemma seriously, you're going to put off a lot of stress off your shoulders, because you are doing great because you're posting videos. You are doing great because you're learning how to become a better content creator. And over time, you're going to make good videos. And that takes me to the next point. Just comparing yourself to others, your journey and theirs. Before I get to the positive part, let me talk about the negative part. The negative part is, think about this. Instead of comparing yourself to others, why don't you compare yourself to everybody? That sounds very contradictory to where I was heading, but you have friends, ideally. You have family. You're a YouTuber. How many people? Turn off your phone. Turn off your computer. How many people do you know who are YouTube creators? I bet it's not many. I bet it's almost nobody. I bet it's one other person at best. Because the content creator communities happen online. And why do I bring this up? Well, I'm going to give you a very simple example. Earlier this year, I'm launching a channel called YouTube Growth Connection. And I made my first video, which was called The Worst Kept Secret About Growing a YouTube Channel. It was a video where I put my best. I did everything right. I had a good idea, which could have been better, but it was good. I made a very good thumbnail. I did all the research to get that right. I put a very good title. And the video got approximately 250 views in the first 2 weeks. I thought that was good, but if I was to go to a YouTubers community, like one of those on Facebook, that there are plenty that I'm part of, people would say that that's nothing. People wouldn't care. People would say that's too little. People would judge over that, saying, how can you teach YouTube and get 250 views? Like, that is comparing yourself to the wrong people. And now, what happens when I show that video to my mom or my brother? They think it's awesome. They say, it looks so professional. The editing is so nice. You have so many resources. You have text, you have music, you have B-roll. Like, they love the video. Is it because they're my family? Very likely, but that's not the only reason. My mom likes to say, if I was ugly, she would tell me. So I don't think I am. Same goes for everything that I create as the content creator / entrepreneur / coach. My point is, regular people are stunned by people who make videos, because it is very impressive to be able to make a good YouTube video. And again, good is not measured by the numbers. It's measured by the quality of what we're seeing and experiencing when we watch the video. In fact, I want to tell you a little extra here that could be useful. If you have been on YouTube for a couple of years, you know that there used to be that the like button, there was the dislike button used to show how many dislikes a video had. And the reason why that was removed, to be honest, this is my best guess. It's not something that I read, but my best guess is that if people look at the number of likes and find that number to be high, they could refrain from watching the video, because people with common sense, which for me is not a good thing, judge by numbers. And having people not watch a video because of the number of dislikes is so bad for YouTube, so bad, because that is not giving the video a chance. And that is pushing people out of a video, which is one of the worst things that can be done on YouTube. So if you're the kind of person who thinks, oh, everything should be honest and transparent, and we should keep the dislike vote, the dislike count on there, honestly, to me, it's not that big of a deal. But the reasoning is just brilliant. Why would you push it out? Because there's a lot of dislikes. What if it's a good video? What if you are one of the people who like the video? And that is more or less the definition of prejudice, if you think about it. Prejudice is a bad thing. Okay, enough of society and morals. Let's talk about the positive stuff. The positive stuff is that you should not compare yourself to others because you are on a journey and they are on another journey. What that means is that everybody goes through different things to get to the end result. If that end result is your big goal of making a living as a content creator, let's make that for the sake of example. If you see other people getting there before you do, it doesn't mean that you're bad and they're good. It only means that we are on a different journey. There are countless different factors that make people succeed sooner or later. It could be your niche. Maybe your niche is a little bit more narrow and complicated than others. It could be your personality. Maybe as an introverted person, it becomes more difficult to film. It could be your skills gap. Maybe your skills gap when it comes to content creation is really large, which means that when you started, you never touched the camera, you never touched a Photoshop application, you never edited a video. That was my case long time ago. And honestly, I think the vast majority of people never learn film, really. Maybe 1% of people do really learn film before getting on YouTube. But that's the case. And if the skill gap is wide, there's going to be a lot of stuff to learn and practice and get good at. And if you want to make money on YouTube outside of the revenue split system, you may look at other creators and say, why they're making more money than me? Again, could be so many things. Some people literally make YouTube channels that have the sole purpose of promoting a product or service. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, which means that they're going to start making money a lot faster. And if they are business people who get on YouTube, even if they don't make the best videos, they're more likely to start making money sooner than somebody who isn't. Does that make sense? Let's talk about this beautiful term that I invented today. One of a kindness. Everyone is on a journey that is unique to each one of us. The journey to getting where we want to be and becoming the person who can get there. There is a double meaning to this one of a kindness idea. One of them, the first one and most obvious, is that you are unique. So there is no way you can compare yourself to others. We are a little too different, and that's great. That's one of the gifts, blessings of humanity. We are too many and too different. And the second reason, the second meaning for one of a kindness is to remember to be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Don't think you should be way further ahead than you are. As long as you make progress, you'll be fine. You'll get there. Let's talk about the next topic, 3 paths to becoming a successful content creator on your terms. Your journey, your terms. Without counting views and subscribers. Views and subscribers can be such a detrimental way of measuring you to success. People who get a lot of views start bragging about it. People who don't get views beat themselves up and think that they are some kind of broken thing. So there is another way to this. 3 paths. First, use your channel as a professional portfolio. This is probably self-explanatory. if you're a professional of any kind, or you want to be, use your channel to publish your work. You're going to have a channel unique formula that's going to help you create really good content. But the idea is to publish your work. You could be an artist, a graphic designer, and you could be an actor even. Why not? You could be an actor going nuts about looking for acting gigs, and then you decide to act in your own channel. Why not? I hope there's an actor hearing me now right now, because this will help them big time. Next, channel as a networking tool. This one could be interesting too. So, and it's sort of a combination with the first one. People who know you, they find you on social media, they find you anywhere, like on a directory of whatever professional you are or you want to become, and they find your YouTube channel and they see, oh, look at this. How many of our candidates, or how many of our influencers, or how many of our staff, of our employees have a YouTube channel like he does or like she? So this is going to make you competitive. So now we're going beyond the boundaries of being competitive inside of YouTube. You want to be competitive in life. And how many people in the world have a YouTube channel? Obviously, the answer is millions. So that didn't come out right. What I'm trying to say is the people who have a YouTube channel and are consistent with it is 1% of the population of the world, maybe less. I know that still makes many millions, but when you're thinking more locally, say city level, state level, country level, you'll become way more competitive because what you're doing is very, very impressive. So stop beating yourself up for those views and subscribers that don't come in. And if they do come in, start to leverage instead of bragging. I know I'm talking from a place of frustration because I just find it so painful to see people beating themselves up because they don't reach the numbers. The last thing is that your channel could be used to offer your products and services. So you could be a business or want to start a business, and YouTube could be your best tool to start promoting. Because YouTube, as you know, has a very massive and impressive reach. So if you published videos about your products or services, you could also become a successful content creator in that route. In fact, that's sort of what I'm doing, even though I have a mix of various social platforms. I use Facebook a lot. I use YouTube as well. That's sort of what I'm doing for myself. And again, if I was counting views and subscribers, I would not have made any sale. I would feel horrible about myself. Next. Let's go deeper into these ideas. Each video published adds to your experience and portfolio. No matter what path you choose, you will want to remember this. The more you publish, the bigger your portfolio. No video is a waste of time, regardless of performance. So you're getting better every time you make and publish a video. That also takes me to one of those other annoying things that I hear a lot, which is obsessing about unlisting and privating all videos or videos that don't perform well. They all add to your journey. In fact, what if somebody arrives to your channel, sees your last video, which is amazing, and then decides to go back 30 videos ago and see how bad you used to be? Maybe you were not bad, but there's definitely a progress. And you will not see it maybe from one video to the next, unless you follow my strategies. If you follow my strategies, you will see major changes between one video and the next. But if not, 30 videos, whatever the number is, you will see a lot of crazy progress. And why not show it all? Why not leave all the videos there? Channel as a networking tool. Follow influencers and companies that you want to work with. I will be doing this myself very soon. I am switching gears a little bit. I want to target a different type of content creator, and you never know, maybe I will get a job too. At this point, I'm open to everything. Even though I love my business and I want to be successful in it, I'm also open to doing other things. In fact, last year, I applied to work with Mr. Beast. I didn't get the job. I didn't get a response either. The only thing I got was a confirmation of my application, but that opened my mind. When I saw that opportunity, I started to thinking to myself, wow, this is not having my own business. This is not doing coaching exactly, but wouldn't it be awesome to work for Mr. Beast? You know the answer. More networking. Let them know about your channel. You can hit them up. Coming from the introverted person, I hit people up a lot and send them a message. You have a company you want to work with. You have an influencer you want to, you want to start a relationship with. Message them. Tell them that you have a channel, and the back end is that big portfolio of videos that you never stopped making, and they get better every single time. Create relationships and open doors. So don't be so stuck with what you want to be doing. People talk about getting into the YouTube Partners program, getting paid by YouTube, it's passive income, blah, blah, blah. But that is limiting your opportunities. YouTube is a very big world, and our world, the real world, is a very big world as well. And you will never know who you're going to end up, whose attention you're going to attract, and who you're going to work with at the end. So don't close the doors. Don't close your mind. Stay open. A channel that offers products and services. If you're a business or a freelancer, you can make offers to your audience. You can have them hop on a YouTube video, and at some point, you can say, you can pitch them on what you're selling. As simple as that. The coolest part is that you could do that on day one of your YouTube channel. You could be new at it. You could have a product or service, or you can promote someone else's product and service right there and there. And instead of painfully waiting for YouTube to let you in the YouTube Partners program, or if you're already in it, don't limit yourself. And I want to make an extra point on the YouTube Partners program thing. YouTube, a split revenue system, doesn't pay too well either. There are certain niches or certain videos that do super, super well, but there are too many people who, you're kind of doomed because of the niche you chose. There are niches that you pay a lot more than others, in case you didn't know that. And there is no limit to what you can do. Once you plug a business into a YouTube channel, there's no limit to what you can build. You can build relationships, you can build loyal audiences, you can start challenges, like which ones? You can start challenges, you can start online courses, you can do so many things. Honestly, if this challenge was like a 3 months, 6 months, even 1 year challenge, I would show you everything that I know. Everything that I know. And I wouldn't mind, because this is what I love doing. Again, what do these three things have in, what do these paths have in common? You don't have to worry about numbers, and you still can accomplish your content creator's goals. That's all there is to it. Before I move forward, I want to know what insights you got about this presentation so far. That is almost wrapping up day 4. And I want to know, let's look at the chat. What was your biggest takeaway about this lesson on the numbers dilemma, the biggest enemy of content creators, and 3 ways to open the doors to opportunities. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes, 1 minute or 2, as I get more water. I'll be back in a second. We're back. That was really dry. I just wanted to make sure I got caught up with the comments. Be kind to yourself. All right, thank you for your comment there. That is extremely important. It does sound like Buddhist talk or inspirational talk, whatever you want to call it, but this is reality. Sometimes we have to think outside of the platform, and instead of thinking about these mechanical stuff like the algorithms and the descriptions and the thumbnails and the keywords, think about the human condition. I'm a little crazy. I have something very special for you that could take your content creation to journey to a whole new level. As I said earlier, I have an opportunity to present to you that will give us the opportunity to both of us actually to work together long term. And that will be just super awesome. So if it's okay with everybody, I want to spend the next 10 to 15 minutes to cover what I have prepared for you. And it's just insane. It's going to blow your mind. I call it the Content Creation Mastery Coaching Program. This is a 6-month program that is the key to train content creators in the art and science of creating content that attracts audiences and, most importantly, keeps them coming back. Through teaching, coaching, and collaboration, this comprehensive framework gives you all the strategies, support, and inspiration that you need to accomplish your content creator goals. So if you enjoyed these 5-day challenge, 4 days so far, this coaching program is totally your next best step. In fact, when you finish your channel unique formula tomorrow, you will have this question in your head. Okay, I have a big idea that people subscribe to. I have nailed this strategy that will help my consistency pay off. But what about all of those other things that we know are important to create great content? How do I come up with good video ideas? How do I create clickable titles? How do I make thumbnails? How do I design thumbnails? And what is a good thumbnail to begin with? How do I make my videos? What do I record? How do I edit my videos? What do I put in there? How can I take less time in doing that? There is a lot more. And honestly, I would have loved to turn this into a crazy, super long challenge and teach you everything that I know. But there's just not enough time. But what there is going to be time for is this 6 months coaching program, or we're going to cover exactly many of the things that I just said about content creation. Let's talk about the program. The program is, the core of the program is 4 challenges. The first challenge is called the 21 video ideas in 21 days challenge. That is exactly what it sounds like. So we're going to take you from where you left off on day 5 of this challenge, and we're going to start to give you our framework on how to come up with unique video ideas for that big channel unique formula that you just made. The second challenge that you're going to go through the month after is what I call the Click Magnet Designer. Click Magnet is a really cool term that I created to refer to the title and the thumbnail. So that's one word to say two things. And in this 21 days challenge, I'm going to show you my framework called the Click Magnet Scorecard to help you create very clickable titles and thumbnails. No clickbait, no upsetting the algorithm. Before I continue with the last two challenges that you're seeing on screen, I want to tell you why I decided to turn these into challenges and why are they this long, 21 days. The answer is simple, but not so simple. When I was looking at other programs on YouTube coaching, YouTube mentoring, I noticed something that caught my attention. Like it wouldn't have a long time ago, but this time it did. And that is that when you join these programs, they teach you a new strategy every week. And you're supposed to learn it and apply it and get good at it in a very unrealistic time frame. And between us, I used to make that exact same mistake. I said, oh, let's make this 8 weeks program. Week 1, branding. Week 2, ideas. Week 3, titles. Week 4, thumbnails. Week editing. And people had no time to implement anything. It was such the overwhelm of information that people ended up paralyzed. They would go through the entire 8 weeks program or 12 weeks program and do very little with what they learned. And that, guys, is sad. It's sad for the people who join those programs. And it's sad for me, the coach, because you are not getting what you wanted. You are not getting what you signed up for. And that is unacceptable. Then one day I had this insight. Why not turn this into one skill per month? And that is exactly what I did. It took me time to put this together. But one day I finally did it. I say, I'm going to do 30 days challenges. And then I said, 30 doesn't quite work. And one of the reasons it doesn't work, I'll tell you, is that I want to continue doing these free challenges, the Branding Breakthrough Challenge. So I'm going to be doing more of these Branding Breakthrough Challenges in the future. And if everything in my coaching program, the Content Creation Mastery coaching program, is 30 days, there will be no time for the free stuff. So that is why this is the perfect answer to how I want to teach you my frameworks. The third challenge is the perfect video structure. So we talked about structure quite a bit during this challenge, and I am not going to choose a structure and impose it on you. We're going to do some collaborative work to see what is going to work for you. And then I'm going to give you my framework that is applicable to almost all types of videos for you to maximize your retention. So once people come to the video because of your good idea, because of your very well done title and thumbnail, Click Magnet, we want to make sure that it stays the longest time possible. That is what a perfect video structure does for you. And I have a framework, like I said, that even if it doesn't suit you perfectly, I will be there leading these group coaching program sessions to tell you what is going to work for you. The last thing is video script writing workshops in 21 days. That is exactly what it sounds like. Script writing is a very, very important component of videos. You can write things in so many different ways and say things in so many different ways. When you have this skill set, you're going to be able to write in a way that is more persuasive, more emotional, and more importantly, entertaining as hell. So this is everything that I know. You're gonna have my full support. Again, the first thing is that 1 skill per month format. We're not gonna overwhelm you with a lot of strategies, just one at a time, 1 per month. The second thing is that you're gonna have a group environment. We're going to meet twice a week to nail this. At the end of challenge 1, you will get your 21 ideas. At the end of challenge 2, you will know what it takes to make good titles and thumbnails and practice making good titles and thumbnails. And the same applies to the last 2 challenges. There's going to be teaching, coaching, and collaboration. Collaboration is the part where we present our ongoing projects and critique each other and give feedback to each other. So the learning environment is going to be crazy. You're going to come, bring your ideas to the table. You're going to hear from other creators what they think about it and how it could be better. They're going to hear from the expert who's going to tell you how it could be better or how good it already is. So this is just one of the most exciting experience you could ever have. And that is the program. This program, including the 4 challenges, is valued at $4,000. Total value of the offer is $4,000. But hear me out, there's going to be a lot more to cover. If you thought that's the only thing you were going to get, you are wrong. The next thing you're going to get is one-on-one coaching with Patrick. Unbelievable. Yes. So I hope I did a good job of getting you excited about working with me in this 5-day challenge, but why not do even more? You can continue joining the program and you will enjoy one-on-one session with me. Some of the things that I do for content creators that I've been doing for a couple of years is to do channel branding reviews for them. So if you nailed your channel unique formula and you're still unsure about how good your idea is, I will do that for you. I will tell you what to do, what not to do, and how to get better. Remember, we're building a big idea that people subscribe to. The next thing that I can do for you is to set clear goals. So this comes from my background as a life coach, and we have done a lot of this work during the Branding Breakthrough Challenge, and we're not done yet. Remember, tomorrow is day 5, but I can help you get clear. Some of that clarity has a lot to do with not being stuck with numbers. Confidence breakthrough. I can help you as a life coach again, identify and eliminate roadblocks that will so that you stop at nothing to realize your goals. So this is very big. And this is one of those things too that most programs don't cover. We want to help content creators reach their goals, yes, but we want who are content creators? Content creators are people. People have, and this is not you, I'm talking about everybody, including myself. This is people have insecurities, have fears, deal with procrastination, deal with limited time, with other sorts of problems, any kind. And the life coach, these confidence breakthroughs that you could get from talking with me are going to help you move forward faster. But most importantly, not getting stuck or getting stuck for a little time and not giving up. If you think, I did say earlier that the only way to kill a goal is to do it yourself by giving up. If you ever doubt that you could get to that point, you have me. The last thing that I could do for you is content feedback. We could review ongoing projects, and I will give you feedback on your ideas, including your click magnets and your videos. So that is everything that Patrick could do for you. And there could be even more, I guess. Honestly, I'm too crazy about my clients. Now, the offer got a little bit more interesting. we have our content creation mastery coaching program valued at $4,000. You have 6 one-on-one sessions with your YouTube coach, yours truly. This is valued at $1,200. I know my hour is, yes, $200 for a session. There are people who charge a lot more than I do. But the point is, I care about your success. So I presented everything that I could do for you. So now the total of this offer is $5,200. Oof, isn't that crazy? But there's more. You're gonna get the content creation mastery coaching program live recordings. So you can take our group sessions that are going to happen twice a week, as I said, and turn it into your own online course that you can follow on your own pace. I know it's easy for people to get off track, to have responsibilities and other things in life get in the way. So this is a game changer for people who have traveling schedules, those who miss the live sessions, or if there is an important lesson that you want to go over again, you can do it. So all the recordings are going to be yours. This is your super all-in-one online course. You're going to love that one. Let's talk about this crazy stack that we have here. So we have the content creation mastery coaching program valued at $4,000, 6 one-on-one coaching sessions with Patrick, the content creation mastery course recordings valued at $2,500, and that turns this crazy offer in $7,700 total. What if I told you that there's more? Did you think about that? I tried this one before for my last group program, and it turned out so well. This next thing, you're just gonna love it. Community is important for success. You want to be working next to people who are in the same journey as you are. But didn't I say that everybody has their own journey? Yes. You still will find a lot in common with other passionate content creators who are trying to make it. With that said, I created a group chat for the members of the Content Creation Mastery Program. I call it Creator Connect. It's a group chat, gives you 24/6 access to your YouTube coach. Yes, you can bug me anytime, pretty much. No, not on Saturdays. Your YouTube coach and other committed creators. You can receive feedback, get answers to your questions anytime, almost. And most importantly, never feel alone in your journey. This is difficult, guys. This is difficult work, and you shouldn't be alone. I've done this alone for a very long time, and it made me very miserable. And one day I simply said, if I don't have a community, I'm going to create my community. And I'm super grateful for all the people who are supporting me today. And you don't want to stay too much inside of your head. When you're a creative person, that happens a lot. And that is very detrimental for your mental health and your success. This is what the offer looks like now. The Content Creation Mastery Coaching Program, 6 one-on-one sessions with YouTube Coach Patrick, the Content Creation Mastery live course recordings, and lastly, the Creator Connect, the group chat to connect with your coach and other content creators. This is valued at $1,200. At some point, I priced it at, I think it was $200 or $100 per month, I believe, or two. Yep. But it's going to be included in this mega offer, which is valued at $8,900. But I'm not done. I'm not done yet. I want to make sure you have everything that you need to be successful. And I also want you to be happy, honestly. This is not just about making it as a content creator. This is not just about making the best videos you can, but I want to make you happy. I am ridiculously serious about that. The other day, I heard this expression, I am irrationally passionate. Do you like that? You are going to get 4 amazing bonuses when you sign up. Number 1, you may have heard about ChatGPT, the rise of artificial intelligence, chatbots, and other things. Well, I decided to get really deep into this, and I built the craziest thing you can imagine. ChatGPT recently came up with a feature called Share Chat. That allows you to take a conversation that you were having with the bot, with the AI, and share it with another person. In other words, if I had a long conversation with the chatbot, I trained such chatbot to do something special for me, I can share it with you instantly. And guess what I did? Well, I took the chat through the channel unique formula framework, and what it can do now, it's just unbelievable. ChatGPT trained in this framework can give you your big idea that people subscribe to. I will show you exactly how to use it. It is not hard because the chatbot is already trained, and you can come up with loads of crazy ideas that your audience will love. What you can also do is to input your current channel formula and get an evaluation of how good it is. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to start to add this to the offer, but one day it just came to me, it just hit me, and I said, I must do it. It will be so cool. Well, okay, these slides are getting a little too long. This is what you're getting: the Content Creation Mastery Coaching Program, the 4 core challenges, 6 one-on-one sessions with Coach Patrick, the one and only, the Content Creation Mastery Live course recordings, your own online course, Creator Connect, the group chat to connect with yours truly and other content creators. Lastly, the Branding Builder chatbot, trained in the channel unique formula. This is valued at $500. Honestly, it took me a lot of time to train it. I had to spend tons of hours. And honestly, ChatGPT is so new, I didn't know anything when I got started. So if you think that is valuable, that's the price that I decided to sell it for. But I want to remind you, you're not going to pay $9,400. Without mentioning that there are 3 more bonuses for me to share with you. The second bonus is more AI fun, chatbot customization training. I'm going to take everyone who joins the program to a session where I'm going to show you how you can add your unique voice to the AI. I have done that as well. But the problem is that if I decide to use the share feature, you're going to get a chatbot that talks like Patrick. And that's not what you want. That is not your own voice. That is why it had to be a training, okay? And I'm gonna tell you how to do it. The coolest part is that because you've gone through this challenge, you spent a lot of time on day 3 understanding your traits, demographic, experiences, and personality. You have done the work, and all I need to do is to give you a few steps, a few instructions, and you can plug that into the AI to make it sound like you. And that includes ideas, outlines for your videos, and even scripts. I'm not saying, I want to give you a word of warning here. I'm not saying that you can take the chatbot and let it do all the work. That's not possible. There always has to be a human touch. But the starting point of a chatbot trained this way is going to be significantly better, significantly more powerful. The gap between what you get from the AI and what you end up using is a lot smaller. I have another way to put this. But first, let me continue reminding you of what it is that you're going to get. The Content Creation Mastery Coaching Program, 4 core challenges, 6 one-on-one sessions with your YouTube coach, the Content Creation Mastery live recordings, that is your own online course, the Creator Connect, your own group chat where you can access your coach and other creators 24/6, the Branding Builder chatbot trained in the channel unique formula. You've already seen the power of this formula, so this chatbot is going to blow your mind. And the chatbot customization training to add your unique voice. This last one is valued at $300. And this offer just has gone up a little bit more, $9,700. Two bonuses, there's 2 more to go. Bonus number 3, the Content Creation Logistics Training. Bring joy back to the YouTube journey. I have a very important reason to include this training. In case you're wondering what it means, content creation logistics means to break down your content creation process and figure out all the steps and figure out which ones are easier or harder for you to do. And then we make a plan to take the steps that are the hardest and make them easier. If you're the kind of person who struggles with making titles, we're going to help you get better. If you're the kind of person who struggles with thumbnails, we're going to help you with that. And that could have different outcomes, really. One of them is that we help you automate it. So I will help you get your hands on some great free AI tools that are going to help you close the gap. Or if you are sick of it and have extra money, you can outsource, which means hire another person to do it for you. But putting the plan together, a content creation logistics plan, is going to help you save a lot of time and pain. And the end goal is to bring joy back to the YouTube journey. I think you're already going to find a lot of joy even without this training, but I needed to include it because I know how overwhelming it can be to be a content creator. So this has to be here. Let's look at the offer. Honestly, I think I went nuts with this. But well, as some people say, can I over-deliver? So let's talk about this. Content Creation Mastery Coaching Program is what you get, the 4 core challenges, 6 private sessions with your YouTube coach, your favorite challenges host, the Content Creation Mastery live recordings, Creator Connect, your own group chat to connect with your YouTube coach and other content creators, the Branding Builder chatbot, we did talk about this, chatbot customization training to add your unique voice to AI. And lastly, the Content Creation Logistics training, streamlining your content creation process to remove stress and overwhelm from content creation. Wouldn't that be awesome? Am I talking about the last one or all of them? Both. The offer, damn. Yes, it took a ton of work to put this together. So I must admit that I kind of went nuts with the price. $10,000 is the value you'll be getting, no near to the actual price that you're going to see shortly. And the last training that you're gonna get is YouTube Analytics training. As you know, the algorithm is complex, but there are ways to utilize it in your favor. This training is going to teach you how to read and gather data, to optimize what works and tweak or eliminate what doesn't work. Reading YouTube Analytics is a lot easier than you think. YouTube itself overcomplicates it. And a lot of content creators also overcomplicate it. I will make that very simple for you, that you know what to focus on. That is what this Branding Breakthrough Challenge has been the whole time. Know what to focus on. I want you to work less and get more out of that work. This is my last summary. No more bonuses. No more gasping. Here's everything that you're going to get when you join today. The Content Creation Mastery Coaching Program, valued at $4,000. 6 one-on-one session with Patrick, your YouTube coach. This is valued at $1,200. The Content Creation Mastery Live course recordings, valued at $2,500. Creator Connect, your group chat to connect with your coach and other content creators. Your Branding Builder chatbot, trained in the Channel Unique formula to help you come up with your big idea and evaluate the ones that you already have. The chatbot customization training. This will help you add your own voice to the AI. The content creation logistics training to bring joy back to the YouTube journey. YouTube analytics training, how to read and gather data to optimize what works and tweak or eliminate what doesn't work. These last bonuses are valued each at $300, making the total value of the offer $10,300. I hope you do think that all of this is worth $10,300. And I think in a couple of components here are actually underpriced them. I must be honest, I've paid a ton more for things like that. In fact, I never got one-on-one coaching at this kind of price. So if you were to join this program outside of this challenge, you would be paying, wait for it, $1,782. So we're talking about going from over 10,000 to 1,700, because the price of this group program before this challenge was almost $300 per month, $297 per month. That is 83% off. But as you can see, these prices also being broken through. So you're gonna get an even better deal just because you attended the challenge. The special price for the Content Creation Mastery Coaching Program and bonuses is $997. That is a 45% discount on top of the regular price, which is an 83% discount from the total value of the offer. Do you want me to over-deliver again? Well, this is my last. This is the last thing that I'm going to say about this crazy offer, and then it's your turn to make a decision. Before I tell you what else I have in store, the slide needs to be scrolled up just one more bit to reveal the final of finals. But I want you to start thinking about how serious you are about becoming a great content creator. Tell me how serious you are about taking your skills to the next level, how serious you are about opening the doors of opportunities through the power of YouTube, and most importantly, how committed you are to becoming the best person that you can be. I would love to hop on the chat, but I want to make sure I don't break the flow of this presentation. So if you have given this some thought and you're ready to make a decision now, say yes. And if you need more time to think about it, this offer expires on Sunday. In other words, if you try to join this challenge on this new program on Monday, the price is going to go up to $1,782. You don't have a lot of time, but you have enough to evaluate it. If you're the kind of person who gets super inspired by this type of opportunity, you are going to want to take action right now. If you're a person who is a little bit more rational, maybe you have questions. You are considering this opportunity, but maybe you have questions. So I'm going to open the floor to questions before I reveal the final piece of the slide. I mean, after I reveal the final piece of the slide. The final piece of the slide gives you even better news. You can join today for as little as $332 with 33 cents. In other words, you can get on a 3 months payment plan right now. And instead of paying close to $1,000, you will pay $332. So I hope you're as excited as I am. What is your next step? Enroll now. You may visit the page below, right in this slide, to join the Content Creation Mastery Coaching Program. Let me read the link quite slowly. I know it's a very long link. Here it goes. https://relentless-669.ck.page/products/content-creation-mastery. I thought it was going to sound better, so I'm not going to say that again. The problem is that you may want to copy that onto your URL search, or this is something even better. I'm going to copy this and put it in the chat on YouTube Live. Join Content Creation Mastery program today. Link drop is coming in 3, 2, 1. Amazing, people. Thank you for joining me on day 4. This is not a goodbye yet. I want to open the floor to some questions. But thank you again for coming to the challenge. We are not done. We are very far from done. A few things are going to happen in the near future. One is that you have until Sunday to sign up to the Content Creation Mastery Coaching Program. Take advantage of, honestly, the best offer I created in my life, the best program that I created in my life, and join me. Come with me. I have 6 months. Give me 6 months to change your life, to make you a great content creator, to help you reach your most desired goals. And along the way, you could end up becoming best friends. So why not? This was awesome. And I will be more than happy to answer all your questions. You're going to receive an email tomorrow that is going to have the replay, of course, of this wonderful session. It's also going to include the link to registering to the Content Creation Mastery Coaching Program. And from that point forward, the clock is going to start ticking. Lastly, we have another day left for the Branding Breakthrough Challenge. To remind you, if you went through days 1 through 3, you should have come up with a long list of various elements that you can use for your channel unique formula. your big idea that people subscribe to. On Friday, I'm going to show you how to put it all together and come up with your final idea. And at the same time, I'm also going to show you some unusual ways to easily come up with a big idea. If you're the kind of person who is more interested about getting things quickly, you will want to show up to that session to learn some unusual but very fast ways of coming up with your channel unique formula. So until tomorrow, take care and keep creating. And if you have questions, you can put them on the chat. It looks like the chat is not active right now. So send me your questions via email or Facebook Messenger. You can get in touch with me. It's very easy. So until then, take care and keep creating. See you tomorrow.